Well, I have to do a short version because y'all might not make it to the end of my other video. And by all means, this is the reason why I decided to do any commentary on Janae's interview. I was gonna let you rock, girl. I was gonna let you rock until you got to talking about Velvet. Mm-mm-mm. Janae, this you made the wrong move here. I'm just gonna tell you that, cause the you didn't Krishan Rock lose like hundreds of thousands of viewers twice within hours. Um, I know you lost a lot of supporters when you went there. I know you did. They was tearing her ass up in the chat too. But you should just said no comment on Velvet. Okay. You should have, but do you? We gonna talk about it. Okay, we gonna talk about it.
When I don't talk to him. I don't really talk to him like that. He does his own thing, and that's it. You know.
Is he? I know you don't want to talk about him. Just one last question. You can answer or not answer. Is he involved in Azuli's life?
No.
No.
He's not.
Okay.
Yeah. He's not.
All right. And then the next question from my friend, he had like a couple of questions he wanted to ask. He wanted to know at the end of right before sentencing, you all gave a victim's impact statement. And you told about how you felt like he impacted your lives, and you gave your statement. After you gave your statement, and a couple of other people gave their statement, and then Velvet gave her statement. How did you feel about Velvet's participation in the trial and her lack of acknowledgement of you?
Whew, that's a question right there. All right. So, with Velvet participation in the trial, I was very grateful for that, because she played a part, and that's cool. Whether she did it for herself, which is great because she needed to do that for herself. She's been abused by this man forever, and it helped in my case because he did do revenge porn on her as well. So it showed the pattern of behavior that he has. So I was very grateful that she came forward. Man, that girl wanted to put him underneath the jail. I know that for a fact. The acknowledgement of me being, minimum to none, is to be expected. I'm doing my best just to just keep on the question because I could say a whole lot of other things and it can go other ways, but just to be trying to be respectful and just be honest.
And she did, of course. But why was Velvet supposed to acknowledge Janae, y'all? Velvet's testimony, she was true. Any of them, their testimony ain't had nothing to do with her. Why? Because you brought the case. So they owe you to honor you on the stand. Like, are we serious? This your question, Nate?
And blunt and real with you that it's expected from a narcissist. That's all I'm gonna say. It's all about her. And
Takes one
what
to know one.
if you guys want to see no accountability, that's what that looks like. Not over here. So I would say that. And I'm just saying that as a woman, who has been doing her work and can be forgiving, but cannot forget, what happened. She is on her own journey, and because Nature Boy did a lot of things at a young age with her, she's been groomed very well by Nature Boy, and she just have a whole lot of accountability to take, for her, But all in all, I'm grateful that she participated in the trial. I'm grateful that, she got her justice because it was just not just for me. I believe it was for a lot of the cult members, ex-cult members as well. And she was one of the main ones that needed to get her justice. So, and that's all I'm going to say about that.
All right.
Sure?
So, as far as your child, or your beautiful daughter and her son being siblings, do you see in the future you guys being able to kind of bury the hatchet so that your children can know one another, or do you think that'll probably take some time?
Just to be honest with you, it probably will take some time. And I need to see, honestly, I would need to see some true growth. here's the thing, and I'm going to say this because a lot of people have an opinion on how I run my life and how I do things, especially with my daughter and the other woman involved.
I wonder why.
With Velvet, she doesn't believe she did anything wrong. You know, she is yet to say any type of remorseful anything. She doesn't feel remorse for what she did. She thinks that, you know, what she did was justified.
She not talking about the same things we thinking about, y'all. Okay.
And I cannot, but I am.
What she did as far as what?
Basically, from my opinion and from my standpoint, it just went behind my back and dated someone that I was really truly in love with, and I came to her about all the time. She said that I did that to her.
You did. It doesn't. No. You did it first. Nature Boy being a cult leader does not excuse anything. You knew. You watched for years before you went. You knew how it went down. You knew the rules. Okay. And when you saw he was going to take you as his wife, instead of letting you be with Courtney, you still kept going back. And you decided, well, if I can't overthrow Chief and Nana, with me and Zoka being king and queen, me and Solar being king and queen, then I'll overthrow her as queen and take her king. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Girl.
Her, which made her do it to me. First of all, her husband was a man that manipulated every situation he placed himself in. Her husband was a cult leader. He knew how to get into the mind of the people that he ran, that he was head over. So this man was in my subconscious mind as well, because he would tell the cult members to isolate themselves for 30 to 90 days, which I've done, and only listen to his voice, only listen to his teachings. So when it comes down to being controlled, I was definitely being controlled by him.
Boy.
So this, I would say with her, it was crazy how she saw things to me, because my intentions were never to hurt her, but it was it was definitely to hurt me when she did what she did, and also to hurt Nature Boy, of course. But I just feel as if, and
Listen,
also not even
the only difference is that Janae didn't even think about hurting her. She didn't care. She was indifferent. It didn't mean the considerations were never there. She just wanted what she wanted, which is exactly what Velvet actually went and did with your man. They weren't very successful, but they did have a baby on y'all. So I guess in this world of games y'all play, yeah, checkmate, I guess. I don't know. However, you try to overthrow her and become the queen with her man that she was in love with. But you're excused because Nature Boy was a cult leader. Yeah, it's just crazy to me how you see things.
Yeah, but to lie and say that I was coerced into talking to the people or the police about Nature Boy, where did that even come from? That all these things piles up. It's like, you can forgive for all these things, but when you start, if I take her back into my life, that will make me look like a fool and make me feel like a fool, honestly, because she doesn't have any remorse for anything she's done or said or did to me, especially since I've also apologized to her for thinking that I could, wherever I was thinking when I was in the cult, and she told me, she don't care about that. She thought that, I should have been queen. That's what she said. She said, oh, and to run for queen, you should have been queen. Basically, she was telling me I was more qualified than the other women. She was like, as you should. And then she said she doesn't care about any of that. She didn't care about my apology, basically. She was brushed out underneath the rug. She just wants to put him underneath the jail, eligio underneath the jail. So me and her had conversations. I confided in her when I was in an abusive and toxic relationship with Solar. I confided in her and told her, how can I get out of it? Because I love him so much, but we're not working. She offered me her home, all that. This was happening,
See, I any of that was genuine and not with malice and with agenda. She was unaware of the games they were playing. Girl, we not buying none of this. And at the end of the day, when this girl did this, I keep saying Zoka. Solar and Velvet was going off on Janae. They was mad at her for pressing them charges on Nature Boy, but they had to play the cards that they were dealt with. Eventually, as we saw, they all did. But Velvet and Solar was the last people that would have been okay with Nature Boy being put away like this. Yeah, this child.
We're friends. We were cool. We were sisters to me.
No, yeah,
so
was not.
When she has a 2-hour phone conversation with Solar when I was in Mexico, I didn't think anything of it because I thought it was just them catching up, But to plot behind my back, and
because you plotted in her face. You plotted in her face. You didn't have to be with Nature Boy. He didn't want you. Solar didn't want you either. Okay. Yada didn't want you. York son didn't want you. TKO didn't. None of them. None of your pimps wanted you. They didn't want you. Nature Boy didn't want you. Y'all was playing games. And yes, at her expense. That was her man. She was in love with him. She didn't want him with nobody else, regardless of what he was doing. Everybody knew this. And you didn't care. You just wanted to go after what you wanted. And you wanted to overthrow her and take her place. We're not confused about any of that. It seems like you act like you are. But go out, sis. Go
get
out.
with him 2 weeks after I broke up with him, because 2 weeks after I broke up with him, I found out I was pregnant. So he was already with her. So to do that, and then when I call her and ask her, because one day he just posts both of them together, and I called her and asked her,
like, what's going on here? Like, why are y'all, like, how'd this happen?
Yeah, I was trying to see if that was real, because sometimes I think Courtney was like loony in the membrane, sometimes he just does some wacko stuff. So I called her and she was just laughing about it and telling me, oh, it's what's crazy, it's all in alignment. And I asked her if they were dating. At first she said no. And then she started laughing and saying that she wants to do something with carbon. She wants to make a new carbonation and all this other stuff. And I'm like, well, you don't have to do a new carbonation to be on the frequency. Basically, we was having this conversation.
Listen,
and I had
hey. If you wanted to be with Solar and Nature Boy wasn't allowing that, you should have took your butt on somewhere else and stayed there. That's Velvet. Who you mad at? No, you mad at Velvet. That's her reaction to the shit that you did. The one who never was hit by Nature Boy. Who never took any downloads. Says she. So everybody got slapped in the face, right? Except for you. By hand or by cock. Everybody took downloads except for you. So you the only mouth that ain't been a girl. You didn't get beat when you was pregnant. You didn't get thrown across the room when you was pregnant. You didn't get beat in no circle when you was pregnant. She was in love with that man. But you only cared about wanting to be queen. Either via Solar or via Nature Boy. Again, the man she was in love with. I mean, what? Yeah. Okay. All right.
So 3 times if she was dating Courtney. So the last time I asked her, I said, okay, let me ask this again, because I called you for clarity and I'm just getting confused at this point. Are you dating Courtney? Because if you are, I would like to know, because I consider you my friend. Those are my words verbatim. And after that, she goes into a narcissistic rage and yells at me the whole time on the phone, saying that how I'm the last person that needs to tell her who she's dating. I came in between her relationship with Nature Boy, which is not true.
Did this happen on live?
It's not true. It's not true. How's it not true? How's it not true? And then to put icing on the cake, listen, girl, I like, damn, she was with Velvet. So she was literally there. She actually was there with them. She was there with Velvet. And she acted like she. Then you went filed charges, girl. You put that girl, baby daddy, the man she loved, in jail. Her Noah Solar ain't messing with you. Anything they got for you is nothing but a bag full of hurt. That's all. That's it. Like what the okay. These people here trip.
I remember seeing this on live.
It didn't happen on live. It happened privately. And after, she went to her narcissistic rage and yelled at me and didn't let me get a chance to say anything to her, she hangs up on me. I called back because I felt bad. I thought I insulted her. I thought I insulted her by asking if she was recording me because from what she was telling me in Mexico, she didn't like Courtney.
Her and Solar went. I can put a video up, sweetie pie. Her and Solar went off on her on the freaking internet live. They was PO'd about them charges. And that's an understatement. Ain't nobody loved Nature Boy more than Solar and Velvet. You think they actually want him to go away for life? You think she actually wanted you sleeping with a man, trying to become queen when she was the queen? He branded you. You was his wife. You was the joke of the group, as you tend to be everywhere you go, but that's your role. And you playing it now. Yep, you playing it now. It's nothing out of the ordinary.
Courtney was weird to her. She was saying all these Nature Boy niggas are weird and he's weird and all this other stuff. So I call her back. She continues to talk smack and say all this stuff and yells at me and hangs up on me again. And 2 minutes later posts their picture of her and him together saying, checkmate, love wins. It's mine for the taking. So after that, I was just
they advertised that on Facebook, Instagram, all over. I remember that day.
Everywhere. And I was pregnant at the time. So after that, I just deleted my Instagram. I didn't want to see it. It hurt so bad.
I'm going to pass around a bucket and y'all put y'all tears in it. And I'm going to see if I can not die from dehydration. What y'all think? I ain't going to make it?
It hurt so bad that after that I went to after that I went to take therapy. After that I went and the T, Chantel Coleman, helped me find a therapist, and also Janae tried to help me, but the T got me my therapist, and I was able to heal through therapy because I lost not just one person but two people that I really cared about. So it made me feel like I didn't have a friend for real.
If y'all believe that Velvet and Neytiri was friends, please let me know, because I want to rap with you, okay? I got a better offer for you. Trust me, you gonna love it, all right? Man, if Nature Boy would leave y'all alone, Velvet would be with him. Yes, she gonna see you as a direct, one of the direct reasons, direct, as to why her relationship didn't pan out. Girl, you wanted her spot. Not because you loved them, but because that's the spot you wanted that nobody would give you. You didn't care about her feelings. You didn't care about her feelings and her feelings about her daughter's future when you put her man away for good. So she got a baby with your baby daddy. And he quickly left you for her. He never wanted you. Neither one of them. And you wouldn't catch a clue. Still not catching a clue.
She plotted to get with him, and then did this whole thing online on how they're a thing and happy together and all this other stuff. And I literally.
Did she say plotted? She said plotted. She was plotting the whole time too. Like she plotted. She plotted on you after you came in plotting. Oh, you know, damn it, Velvet. What's wrong with you, girl?
Just disconnected from the social media world for 2 months because I wanted to keep my baby. I wanted to keep my baby, so I didn't want to be stressed out behind that. But
okay,
yeah, that's actually what happened, and it just made me feel like for her to be like, oh, she slick shaded me in the courtroom, not addressing me or nothing. Like, I don't need to invite her.
Why does Velvet need to address this girl? I'm still confused on that one. Why does she need to address you? If Velvet would address you, that shit would have went left. She'd have jumped out her screen and into your screen, and she'd be doing life too. We don't know how she would have did it, but I guarantee you she would have did it. She'd have came out her monitor, jumped, y'all, through the courtroom, through your monitor, and literally snapped your neck in front of all the court officers and the judge. That's a fact.
Back in my life, regardless if Azuli has a brother by her or not. I definitely.
You gotta protect your mental health first.
Exactly, so. And my child. She wasn't a great mother to her children.
Oh.
The children was calling.
Velvet had a boy, y'all. She got a boy. So that's Solar Jr. Okay, keep talking, Janae. Velvet. Would you say she wasn't a great mother? Well, you gonna be a single mother. And whenever she feel like it, her and Solar gonna play house in your face. He never wanted you. Nature Boy never wanted you. You should have just exited stage left and stayed over there. Oh, you didn't. And then this fool got out and had a baby with Solar, and Solar still didn't want her. He was using Velvet. He needed a place. He wasn't using you. He used you from day one. From day one. But you used yourself. You allowed yourself to be used because you thought you was going to get what you wanted in the end. Well, sometimes we don't get what we want. We get what we deserve.
And men daddy and stuff like that. I apologize. I'm not going to say much about her, but what I'm going to do is take accountability for my actions.
Don't worry. You didn't say much.
I don't need to invite her back in my life, regardless if Azuli has a brother by her or not. I definitely.
You gotta protect your mental health first.
Exactly, and my child. She wasn't a great mother to her children. The children was calling men daddy and stuff like that. I apologize. I'm not going to say much about her, but what I'm going to do is take accountability for my actions. Her
children was calling your baby daddy, and your baby daddy was claiming her children, rocking her children, taking care of her children, all in your face. While he wasn't paying yours no attention. It's not cool, no cute, no. But tell him why you really mad. But she's taking accountability, girl. Where? Where? What the hell? Man, y'all go watch Velvet and the real life marathon that he put up after the verdict, and they did the 8-hour compilation. starting with Velvet and Solar. Then you go and see Shaka said he told him don't go on the show. Monica said, what y'all going on the show for? Oh, what? Y'all blind too? You don't know why? So they can rub it in Nature Boy and Janae face. These are the games that y'all play. We just watching. Now, nobody tell you to go against Velvet. But you didn't know your opponent. I mean, but damn, Janae, you put her baby daddy away. The one she was in love with. And you mad because she went and had a baby with your baby daddy. Well, your baby daddy is walking the streets and he can circle the block anytime. I don't think he will, but he can. He got choices he can make. She participated in the trial, of course. What else was she gonna do? But she's supposed to acknowledge you at the same time. The one who is responsible for her daughter's father going away for life, the man she gonna always love. If Janae and them girls, if Nature Boy was like, I ain't touching none of them girls ever again, it's gonna be me and you and I'm for real this time, and he was actually for real, please, Velvet would have never left this dude. She deaded any opportunities that Ellie got with her daddy. Any opportunities. Is she mad because Velvet had a baby with Solar? Girl, you lucky that's all she did. Again, I don't condone the shit. I'm just doing commentary on it, what I see. And we know it's the truth. She lucky that's all Velvet did. If we saw the plays, why how you not gonna see the plays in this game? You, oh, but that's why you keep ending up in these situations. Cause you don't really see it, but you think you. I don't know what you think. It's weird.
And say that I'm not going. If I allow a woman like that back into my life, first of all, I'm gonna have to see change regardless. But I can't expect change because narcissists do not change. So that's all I gotta say about that.
You sound calling her a narcissist the same way she sound calling Nature Boy a narcissist. Y'all the 3 top narcissists of carbonation, and true is the other one. Running up. He's the runner up. But y'all the top dogs, boy. We're all one and the same. All 3 y'all should have just been together and be happy. Nobody else, just the 3 y'all. Perfect. Velvet was her friend. So what the hell? Impossible. 1000% impossible. What fantasy land do you be living in, girl? That shit, there's some crazy stuff going on in your head. And your head too big for all that. Listen, I got a big head too. Shit, I be using my brain. I mean, we all be hard on ourselves, but then you take a look over and be like, I gotta stop being hard on myself. I'm using my brain. Jeez. Everybody tell me why she got it. It's called other people's involvement. I mean, this girl ain't mastermind shit yet. Go back and watch the live she did after the verdict, where she was telling y'all about her book that she started writing 2-3 years ago. Go listen to that live. Go listen to that live. I don't like Velvet. And I actually don't dislike Janae. But I really don't like Velvet. And although these are characters, I mean, we ain't got to like or dislike, we just see. But ain't no telling. Somebody better go check on Velvet. Anybody out here running around here thinking Velvet is cool with Nature Boy being in jail for life is crazy. Just as crazy as this fool literally thinking it was no problem with her being with Nature Boy, him branding her, her thinking she was gonna knock Eliana out the park and become a queen, take her place. She said she was in love with Courtney. This girl Velvet was in love with Nature Boy. And am I missing something here? What the fuck? Girl, I'm gonna donate to y'all because you can't pay for this kind of. This is just you can't pay for this. What's the price? You can't put a price on it, man. Let's buy her book. So I don't want it, but I'll donate it to somebody. I mean, we gotta support because they earned this shit.
Listen, what if you can start your own lending business?
That's all I gotta say about that. I'm gonna leave it alone.
You sure?
But I am grateful for her for standing up for herself in the courtroom. That's it.
Right. Yeah, because I mean, it helped both of you guys get justice. So I do agree with that. But I mean, it's so sad because, you know, both of you went through the same thing, but it's like there's a real like dislike, you know, like she feels strongly about like, oh, you slept with my man. And then you know, feel like I confided in you and it's different, you know. So I understand how you feel about like feeling like you were betrayed because you felt like she understood what you went through with Nature Boy and felt like she should know what it is with you and Solar. So do you think
this? You know what Neek sound like right now? She sound like Sinetta in that interview he just did with Young Pharaoh when they talking about Golden Beauty. It's the same thing except it's two chicks instead of two dudes. I swear. Pharaoh telling the same story he been telling for years, just with his lies and twists on it, and Sinetta justifying it. Yeah, I've been, yeah. She looked like she on drugs, yeah. The whole time, the drug addict sitting right in front of him. If y'all don't know that story, I'm sorry for you that you lost right now, but I can't explain it. You gotta know it. And if you know it and you ain't seen the video, the recent video, go watch it. It's like 3 hours long, but you know, you get towards the end and Sinetta start chiming in and agreeing with Pharaoh and acting like Pharaoh literally telling the truth. They be in the same reality. It's like, what the hell going on? That's exactly what we looking at right here. I don't expect Nick to know no better or care. So she's irrelevant. She's just doing an interview. This chick right here, the delusions that be dancing around in her head is they are very real. They are very, very real. She's the one, she testified. She stood up for herself. She what? She what? Girl, you better not never be around Velvet. Ever. I mean, and then, who did Nature Boy address? I know he wasn't telling you to kiss his daughter. And y'all wild. Y'all are wild. Them games y'all be playing. You can't write this script. You cannot write this script. You ain't seen nothing yet. I know this to be true. I know this to be true. We've been watching Velvet for a long time. That's Stone Cold Steve Austin right there. Y'all watch what she pull out her hat next.
Her getting, and I'm not going to stay on her for too long, but do you think it was revenge to get back at you to get with Solar, or was it revenge to get back with Nature Boy, or they actually had a connection?
I think it's all three, honestly, or two. I would say the first two, but because the third one is a bit iffy. But I would say that it was revenge on me. I mean, it was honestly, sis, I'm gonna just be real with you. It was weird to me. You know what I'm saying? After they got together, she started dressing like me. You know, she started doing the 3 dots like I have tattooed on my forehead. Like, it was like weird to me. You know, it made me feel like, you know, she was trying to take my life or take like be me or something. You know, and I didn't see that until people.
You was trying to take her life. I mean, that's okay. Wait there. You tried. You tried. And she hit back, and you hit back. You tried to take her man in her spot, and you failed. But then you tried to take her man another way, which you succeeded. And your man walking around here, but she did get him, and she got a baby with him. And he ain't thinking about you. He played daddy with her children in your face. We can't understand y'all games better than you. Is that what you trying to make us believe? That we understand the games y'all been playing better than you? There's so much more I can say.
People start telling me that, and I'm just like, why would she want to be me? She's so beautiful. I always thought she was beautiful. Like, at one point, you know, I thought she was just gorgeous. So why would she want to like?
She was showing you what it looked like trying to be somebody else. That's all. She just wanted to show you something real quick.
Take what I have and become someone like me or something like that. I didn't see that, but other people were just saying that. And I think it was revenge on me. I think it was revenge.
Did she say take what she have? She didn't have nothing. That's her whole problem. She didn't have none of these dudes. No pimps, no yada, no York Sun, no DKO, no Nature Boy, no Solar. You've been trying to take what she had the whole time. She just showed you how it's done. She's like, bitch, I'm going to be me. Then I'm going to play the dude disguised as the dude. Just playing the dude disguised as the dude. Some shit like that.
Revenge on her baby daddy. But I think that also they probably had an attraction to each other. They trauma bonded very well. And they possibly had some kind of thing. Like, no one can basically, you know, account for someone else's connection. They only can tell it. But from what I saw, it was definitely manipulation and control on both ends, and just using each other. You know, he needed a place to stay, she needed money and a person to use.
You can't make this up. Solar didn't use you first? From day one, he didn't use you? From day one. But you was going to force your way into him and Zoka relationship. He didn't want you then. You was going to force your way into Velvet relationship and take her spot. Her man didn't want you either. And you was going to force Solar to be with you. He didn't want you then. He wanted to hurt you. Just like he wanted to hurt Nature Boy. But he wanted to hurt you the most. She wanted to hurt you the most. And remember, Nature Boy never touched you. He never hit you. He never beat you. He didn't beat you in a circle. He didn't beat you while you was pregnant. He didn't pick you up and throw you across the room while you was pregnant. You weren't in love with him. He didn't keep playing your face about monogamy, yet bringing in these women, fake fraudulating like he about to give a dude a wife, but it's really all for his meat so he can smack him in the face with it. But he never smacked you in the face with it. You ain't take no downloads. You the only one. The thing get hit and didn't take no downloads. Y'all, some of y'all, a lot of y'all, see these people as victims. I disagree. I agree that some of them were groomed. This one here groomed herself. She begged to be in a cult. Nature Boy said, nah, I go to Yada, you ain't for me. Everybody know how it go. Ain't nobody blind. She been watching them. She knew the rules. She know you ain't coming to be nobody direct. Them days was joked in, and they gonna forever be a joke. You coming there for him. If you allow somebody to tell you otherwise, you wanted to think that. It was clear to us, so I didn't want you. But you thought you was going to enforce otherwise. You thought you was going to enforce otherwise with Yada. You thought you was going to enforce otherwise. I'm a hoe and I be hoeing, but this pimp wanted me to hoe. I'm going back to Nature Boy. We didn't beg Nature Boy to take us back. We didn't drop to our knees and beg Nature Boy to stay as his wife when he told us to get out. The last time Velvet left, girl, if you don't stop. But listen, y'all, tell me this ain't real. How many supporters that Janae could have had? She almost gotta be quicker than that, Janae. That she lost quicker than she got her once she said all this about Velvet. You can tell by the chat. Listen, I don't think Nick gonna put the chat up, cause listen, they was on her head the whole time. You should have said no comment on Velvet, sister girl. When you did your live announcing your book after the verdict, the one you've been working on, 2-3 years, and your quote unquote PR team was texting you like, hey, that mouth. You was like, I can tell her, I don't see what's wrong. You don't. They should have put a little microphone in your ear. Velvet, oh, no comment. Y'all didn't do no briefing? You didn't do no briefing. Okay. Well, you messed yourself up with that one. You almost had a lot of women. And you still got some, but trust me, a whole lot went out the door when you said all this about Velvet. She didn't what? She didn't acknowledge you in court. She ain't bow down to the queen. Bitch, you ain't queen.
All that stuff. A person is sex on, all this stuff, and it just their karma just came full circle with each other, her and Solar. So that's what I see, and I just wish her
Miss Nature
healing.
Boy right
I wish
here.
her the best and wish her healing because I can understand that we had similarities when it comes down to not having our fathers so much in our lives, and we had
This really did it for you. This really did it for you right here. This really did it for you. And if Velvet is listening to this, oh boy. Y'all think ain't gonna be no season 2? Y'all really think it's not gonna be no season 2? Bitch, we ain't got our money's worth yet. And well, actually, technically we got our money worth and then some. Ooh. But oh boy. Oh boy. Ain't now reality. I don't care what y'all say. Ain't now reality show out there out doing this one. None. You think Brother Marquez's daughter about to just sit back? Go ahead. Let me run this back. What you trying to say with the comparisons of the fathers
and just using each other. He needed a place to stay, she needed money and a person to use. All that stuff. A person to sex on, all this stuff, and it just their karma just came full circle with each other.
You for the same thing.
So that's what I see, and I just wish her the healing. I wish her the best and wish her healing because. I can understand that we had similarities when it comes down to not having our fathers so much in our lives. And we had naivety issues. So I want her to, be happy and I want her to be well.
Okay. I'm going to do this and I'm going to be out. But listen. Velvet was raised by her father, right? They got divorced and the mom and daddy didn't get along so much, and then daddy was like, you ain't gonna see your mama, blah blah blah. Yes. Yeah. Did Velvet Daddy come try to get her from Nature Boy? How many times? In another country? Did Bert Marquez did he beef with Nature Boy? He said he gonna boil my punch in your dick, sucker. Y'all, rest in peace to Brother Marquez. He said, Eligio Bishop, you're going to jail. Y'all say it with me. Eligio Bishop, you're going to jail. I'm sorry, which one was your daddy? Can you point the character out to us? Because we missed him. Was it a short cameo? Girl. You still don't know who you messing with. I see. Okay.
I want her to grow and actually heal and do the work of healing. However, I don't necessarily need her in my life for that to happen.
Okay. All right, we can move on from there, but I will ask one last question from the chat. Now they are blowing up the chat.
And then the book came up right at that time. Okay, you go ahead with your little book. Girl, I don't know about y'all, but I got tea hot on the ready, popcorn on the ready for season 2. Is this a trailer? Is this the trailer for season 2? Because I think this is the trailer for season 2. I need a screenshot. I want this right here. Just like that. Yes, sir. All right, y'all. Y'all be good now. Season 2 is coming.